welcome into your reading. This is going to be a general message. So we're going to get started, see what's up with you and your energy, what you're going through at this time. I do want to pull one tarot card just to get a more overall sense of what we're dealing with today before we go into details about your personal energy. All right, take a deep breath, get comfortable, see what's coming through today for the Pisces group, please. What Pisces am I picking up on today? What is their overall energy? Ooh. Three of Swords. Is that Three of Swords? Yep, Three of Swords. Well, what is up here? Yeah, I mean, it's making me feel right off the bat like somebody was under a spell, whether that's literal or metaphorical, whatever. It's like if you were in an illusion and you were believing something that maybe wasn't real, right? Like your perception of the situation is different from what the reality of this situation is. At the same time, I'm also getting that there's like higher purpose or a bigger picture, and you're seeing something very small. You're seeing this in the lens of like you have just this certain capacity to just see like within this certain box of the situation, not knowing or realizing that there's more around it. Okay, things are happening around this situation that are bigger than you. Other people have other motivations and ideas, or they have different perspectives of this same situation that you're in. Okay, so it's making me feel like you believed something or you believed someone, you thought it was a certain way, but in turn, it turned out to be different. The other person had another motive or a different idea of what it is. Like people were just not on the same page when it came to like if you're dealing with love, right? Or like a romantic situation and two people are in it, right? It's like you both are thinking of it in different ways. So it's like that question of like, what are we? What is this? You know, what are we doing? Two people are not on the same page when it comes to defining a dynamic or defining a relationship. All right. And yes, it's a sad thing. You know, I'm so sorry you're going through the pain or the hurt or, you know, just having to wrap your head around what just happened maybe. In your personal energy, you have the Sun and the Eight of Cups. All right, so you're going toward better things. You're trying to get away from the pain and the loss and the sadness and the confusion, trying to get more clarity, you know, figuring your emotions out and being really clear, doing your best to stay logical, to stay grounded and practical here. Thinking to yourself like, okay, well, now what, right? Like, what do I want now? And then going toward that path. How do you want to feel emotionally now that this situation has happened and going toward that? For some of you, the situation hasn't happened yet. So we'll figure that out as we go through the cards and the rest of the deck. The rest of the reading to see what's up there. But for some of you, I'm getting that it hasn't happened yet. You're still under this illusion or this idea that things are peachy, that things are great, that things are shining, right? Like the sun's out and you're having a good time and you're feeling good or whatever. All the while, there is an illusion happening here. Okay. So at some point you see the light here. It looks as though your eyes open up and you're aware and the sun shows you the truth. And then you start to think to yourself like, oh, wow, like what was I just doing? You know, who was that person that I was just in this relationship or dynamic with? Like, I don't even know them. Like waking up from a dream or some of you like waking up in general, right? Like understanding that a lot of this reality and what we live in is false. And and seeing the truth of that and trying your best to get away and go toward your personal truth. One big thing that's been coming up, and I have always said this, but like, we create our reality, right? And I think that right now, some people are like understanding that even if you watch the news and you see things on social media that are happening, it doesn't mean that you have to live that. It doesn't mean that it can happen to you, right? Something that I was watching last night was like the job market and how nobody is getting jobs. And that might be true, right? But you don't have to really subscribe to that yourself, right? Like if you're out hunting for a job or whatever, and you don't think of those things and you don't think of what's happening around you in society, and you just make the effort, take the action, put the applications and do the interviews, you'll get the job, right? And so trying to just stay practical and logical and keeping things very simple, to get out of illusion and create your own path, create your own life, right? Where you don't have to just be another one of those statistics that you see on TV or on social media. And then understanding that a lot of that is also false. A lot of that is also BS. A lot of that is also exaggeration or, just fear tactics or whatever, right? Like maybe some of you are just really doing away or putting the phones away, and then just trying to like really come to terms with you, who you are, what you want for yourself, for your life, for your family, right? Like opening your eyes here with the Sun and the Knight of Swords to be really clear about that. How do you want to feel with the Eight of Cups, and going toward that and doing anything that assists with attaining that feeling and doing away with other things that do not assist with attaining that feeling. Does that make sense? What's in the environment? This could be people, situations, circumstances around you. The Tower. I just got really strongly that there's somebody here that is male. I'm reading for, and you're dealing with a female. Okay. Because I know like more than not, there's usually females that watch readings. There you have the Devil at the bottom. All right. So whether or not male or female, okay, but there's somebody here that it feels like a male energy and you're dealing with the female. Anyway, whether or not, the Tower, truth is coming down. I feel that strongly here. Truth is you're going to see truth about something. And whoever it is that you were dealing with here with the Three of Swords, they're also going to feel or be put in a situation where they see it as well, based on them not being able to free themselves up from something. It feels like they put themselves in a really bad situation. Somebody here put themselves in a bad situation. And things are falling apart right now for this person. They're stuck. It's like karma, like the results and consequences of someone's actions is coming back to them at this time, putting them in an Eight of Swords place. Now, obviously, the Eight of Swords has to do with the mental play, right? Like, are we physically unable to move and get away from something? Or is it just a perspective of the situation that we have that makes us feel like, or makes us think that we're not able to get out of a situation? More often than not, the Eight of Swords is a perspective that you're not able to get out of a situation. These are the excuses. I can't because A, B, C, D. I can't do something. Unless like pentacles start flowing out, or if I do some clarifiers and there's a lot of pentacles, then maybe they're in a physical situation that they can't get out of. But as of right now, we're taking it for what it is. This is a mental play. I don't know if somebody played somebody here, if somebody led someone on, if someone pretended to be something that they weren't. They put on a show, they put on a front. You're seeing the truth of them. Things are falling apart. And I think that they have the skills and the experience to get themselves back on track. Okay, with the Magician here. Utilizing something in their disposal, whether that's resources like maybe family, people they know to help them out of a situation. For somebody, it could be just their wit and their strategy and their logic to get them out of a situation. But the Magician here is telling me that they have something that is needed to mend and fix this. But they made themselves look a little dumb here. Okay. This Tower is making me feel like the person that you were dealing with was very confident, very put together externally, made themselves be a little intimidating, and something fell apart, and now they're wrapped up in their own mess that they've created. And they're probably trying to undo this mess with their magician-like energy, which could be a little manipulation and use of words. But you're up here seeing the truth about it, understanding how this made you feel, and wanting to go toward a better emotional state. You're staying clear-headed, and you might at some point vocalize and communicate some sort of truth that you have to them as well. Okay. All right. I'm going to pull from another deck. We're going to do a 30-day outlook. What's coming through for the Pisces the next week or two. This is like energy that's happening now, that is coming your way shortly in the next week. Queen of Wands. I tried to do your reading a little earlier, but it was like glitching a lot, and the Queen of Wands came out. So this person, whether this is you or them, is making their presence known in this reading. The Moon. Four of Pentacles. Well, this Queen of Wands, male or female, you or someone else, like I said, somebody here is very confident. This person is very passionate and ready to move forward with something. But I think somebody here is having a hard time with moving forward because of the Moon energy. There's a lot of, things are not clear. And somebody is not willing to budge or come clean about something here, I'm feeling, with the Moon and the Four of Pentacles, holding on to some information. King of Swords. I'm hearing and feeling like this energy of, here's the Three of Swords again. How can I say this? Like, if somebody is dabbling with spell work, intention work, maybe they don't really know what they're doing that well, right? Like, whether this is actual craft or spell work or just even their intention being put out there, and then therefore them taking action to bring forth their intention. I don't know if this is making sense. It's backfiring on them. Okay, I'm getting a feeling of like the higher being or a spirit or a deity or something is coming back and showing them what they've worked with, like summoning up an energy, and this energy is now coming at them like, you summoned me, you asked me for help, right? Like, you don't even know who you're dealing with, you don't know who I am. Okay, there's like an energy of amateur, inexperience, and now them thinking that they were confident and that they were in control. Now it backfired. They're not in control. Does this make sense? Is what I'm trying to say? It's like, they were too confident for their own good. They created this situation thinking that they were in control, and now they backfired and they're not in control anymore, and they are consumed by this situation. And instead of getting their way and being control over somebody, now it's like they're the ones that are getting the consequences instead of somebody else getting the consequences of the actions that they took. So the motivation and the intention that they had was not positive. It was not good, right? They had bad intentions or selfish intentions. And now it's backfiring. They wanted something so bad that probably had to do with controlling you in some way, and now it's backfiring on them. Now, the King of Swords is here. I feel that the King of Swords is you, even male or female, trying to be as clear and factual as possible, as practical and logical as possible, staying detached, staying quiet. A King of Swords with the Queen of Wands. If there's bad blood between these two, it's not working. Okay, there's tension. All right. This person over here is just trying to deal with their emotions and move forward, while this person is still uncertain, being stubborn, and wanting their way. The moon here, there's a lot that is unseen and unsaid. And I was saying that in the beginning, where this, like, you had a perspective of this situation and there was more to it. You didn't have all of the information. But in the next week or two, this energy is going to be strong. You're trying to remain detached all the while there's uncertainty and there's no clarity. There's no facts. Two people are actually being stubborn in their own ways, holding on to their stance and their opinion. I do think that whoever the King of Swords is has some information about what this person is doing. So that could be in the form of a person that is giving them messages or telling them things, or just a really strong intuitive psychic sense. And based off of just human motivation in general, this person can be able to see the actions and the reactions and where this person is right now. And that's all of the facts that they need. That's all the answers they need, right? They don't need to know the details. They can see enough to know that somebody had bad intentions. They see enough to know that somebody was withholding information or was being selfish, and it just backfired on them. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, you have the Six of Swords. So good. This is more energy of moving away. Here you are with the Hanged Man. The Nine of Cups. Love that. Yeah, you're just working on yourself. And this is beautiful. Like, there's no blame here. It just is what it is. You know, two people on a different journey, right? They came together for a little bit. Now it is what it is. Like, you move on, you move forward, you learn. You learn. And you see things from a different perspective here with the Hanged Man. Here's the Justice card. I had a feeling it was going to come out. This is the lesson. Good. I love this. I mean, the Hanged Man is surrender, right? Like, again, it is what it is. What can you do? You can't control the other person. You can't change anybody. You know, if two people just don't mesh well and aren't coming together well, their dynamic just doesn't work, then the dynamic just doesn't work. The last thing you want to do is stay in a situation and have hope that someone will change, right? Like, people are who they are. And if they're not for you, then that's okay. You just let them be and you move on, and you go find people who are your people, and they go find people who are their people, right? But the last thing you want to do is try to change somebody. And maybe this person was trying to change you, you know, and it just didn't work. And even though a Pisces is a flexible, mutable sign, they are who they are, right? Like, there's no changing that. You know, they cannot be anything different. And yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It just didn't work. But you're seeing the lesson, and you're seeing what it taught you, and you're seeing where you stand, how you want to feel, and more importantly, how you don't want to feel. And you're moving on from that. And you're trying to get balance and equilibrium again here with the Justice card. This is when situations like this happen and they bring about an ending or Three of Swords or a learning experience, something like that. It's just course correction. Okay? Endings are put in place to put you on another path, on the next path, right? To either turn the page and you're in the next chapter, or finish the book entirely and start a new book, right? Endings are created for that, to put you on the next phase of life and move forward from there with experience now and with the lessons learned. What's coming through at the end of this, the next 3 to 4 weeks? Knight of Cups. Ten of Cups. Ooh. Yeah, this is great. Emotional support. You find your people. Okay, you find your tribe. You find a person who really does have your interests at heart, who are there to support you and love you. Maybe these people are helping you heal or helping you get past this situation. But there is another person coming through in about a month or so that'll play a prominent role in your situation. Okay. Don't actively go out and look for them. The universe will put them in your path when it's time. But just know, right, that somebody will come through and they'll make you feel comfortable. They'll make you feel secure and safe. And help you bring down some of these walls and help you with like your vulnerability and your ability to just let go and have someone sort of comfort you and nurture you here. And there is energy about building something together. Okay, something that's more solid, that's more stable, that's more grounded here with the Three of Pentacles. But you're working on your emotions, you're working on your feelings, your traumas here, feeling comfortable with this person or this group of people. It's just moving on. This reading makes me feel that way very much, like you're moving on, and that's okay. It's like, thank you for the moments, thank you for the experience, thank you for the time, you know, and you're going. And whatever it is that they're going through is none of your business. Whatever it is that they're going through is not your problem. Okay. This is a whole other reading. Whoever this is, it's their journey. It's their thing, not yours. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to them. Let them figure it out. You're figuring you out, and that's all you can do at this point. Okay. I hope that helps somebody. If it did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want a reading with me, a one-on-one reading, they're exactly this way. You can just shoot me an email. My email is in the description of the video. I'll be happy to set something up with you, okay? All right, Pisces, thank you for your time and allowing me to read for you. Hope this works out. Have a good one. Bye.